And so now that I got everybody feeling sorry for me and hoping that you will help me get through all this misery, some of you were good friends with my sister. And let's give her a little attention that she well deserves because she was a beautiful girl and she was cool and she was outgoing and spontaneous and fun and a lot of guys loved her. And when she was 15, she met a 17-year-old scumbag that came up from Florida and prude of a scumbag. Uh, and he's telling everybody he's from New York and he's this badass New Yorker. And he was from Florida. And because when I was 15, he took me to Brooklyn, and we were gonna stay with his aunt or whoever it was. And you know what? The dude woke me up in the middle of the night and said, "Joey, let's go home. I'm scared." Anyway, uh, my sister made this guy a so-called man. She told me that she had to come on to him. And you know what? He got her pregnant at 15 when he was 17. And he married her at 16 and got her pregnant again. And when they were, I think she was 16. She was 16. He joined the Navy. He got stationed. He got through boot camp somehow and came here bragging to everybody how skinny and strong he was. He punched me on the arm like a fairy faggot. And uh, they lived in Virginia Beach. And I stayed there for a week with them. And the guy wasn't even putting food on the table. She was working to pay the bills. Uh, and he was going around flirting with all the girls in Virginia too. And so I don't know how they came back here, but I know that he went AWOL 3 times because every time he had to go out on a boat, not for a war or nothing, just to go out on a boat to a different country, he went AWOL because he was scared. And so they came back here, and they moved into an apartment in Morristown, and she was working and paying the bills there, and he was probably 21. No, he was, I don't know how old he was, but some of you may know that he took off with a 16-year-old girl from Mexico. And you know what else he did that you just don't know about? He took all my sister's money out of the bank with 2 kids at home to take this 16-year-old girl to Mexico. And you know what? He got halfway there and chickened out. He came back to his mommy and daddy. And you know what? My sister, when she found out that he was off to Mexico with a 16-year-old girl, me and my grandma witnessed it. She slammed her head as hard as she could on the stove, and she was never the same since. And she told me he was forcing her to have sex with her in front of company. And you know what? When he came back, my sister went back to him, and I wanted so bad to go over there and beat the holy piss out of him, but I was a coward. He was 6'5", like 300 pounds, and I was all of 5'7", 155 pounds. And you know what? He was saying things to me about my mother and assuring me that I would never do anything about it. And I never did. Anyway, my sister went crazy that day, and her kids never saw a penny from him. My niece saw one gift from him. He bought her $100 pair of sneakers for Christmas on, I think, her 19th birthday. And you know what? He borrowed the $100 from my grandma, who was just turned 94 in a nursing home and still hasn't gotten that $100 back. And you know what? My sister got so fed up with it that when she was 33 years old, on June 26th, 2004, when nobody was home, just her, the parents were out to a party, she was living here, and she emptied out a laundry detergent bottle, walked to the gas station, which is about a mile away, filled it up with gasoline, and I like to make it sound as bad as it was, so filled it up with gasoline, walked home, went out on the deck, poured the gasoline on herself, lit a lighter, caught on fire. The neighbor saw, came, she ran in the bathtub to put it out. The neighbor helped her. She was rushed to the hospital, where she laid in a hospital bed for 7 hours till she passed away. And and scumbags like that are ruling this country, and I can't stand it. Breaks my heart, it hurts me. And for those of you that were my sister's friend, that's how beautiful she was. And I thank you for being in her life. She had a lot of good friends until she met that guy. And I know you all miss her.